Hello, it is January 21st, National Own Your Own Home Day, and my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. I am Kristin Graham with Annie Mac Home Mortgage. I am the Senior Loan Officer, have been for 16 years, and I'm also the team lead of the Kristin Graham Mortgage team. I am here today with Charlotte Kerr Jorgensen, seasoned realtor with eXp Realty and long-term friend. I believe we've been working together for about 15 years now, Charlotte. So excited to share with you some more information on National Own Your Own Home Day. One of the benefits, or we're going to talk about several of the benefits of what it means to own your own home. One that we'll start with is your rent. So obviously, if you have never bought a home, you're in a rental, you're paying a landlord, or you're paying an apartment a fee to live in that home on a monthly basis. So with the benefit of owning a home in comparison to rent, the rent we're seeing through an article recently done that rents actually went up by 17% in 2021. And they've been gradually increasing since the 1980s. However, this increase in the last year is staggering if you compare it to the years before. So in 17 to 19, the increase in rent was only 2.9%. This is a very big difference that we're seeing in our rental costs presently. The projection for 2022 is that our rent costs will go up by 7%. So being a homeowner is actually going to lock you into a 15 or 30-year fixed rate, which means your monthly payment is going to stay about the same. And I say about because your principal and interest will not change, but you may see some slight variation in your homeowner's insurance and property tax year after year, but generally speaking, that's very manageable. And it's not a big shocker if you're going to go from one rental to the next and you find yourself paying increased rental expenses. So one benefit is that you're going to have a more fixed payment that you can count on a monthly basis, as well as obviously owning your own home. The second benefit I'd love to share with you is regarding the equity that we earn in our homes. So as a homeowner, you naturally earn equity through what we call appreciation. So presently, we are seeing incredible returns on our investment in our real estate by just the natural appreciation in our real estate market. We're seeing on average 12 to 15% of return on appreciation. So just easy math, if we take $100,000 value in a year, you're going to see a $12,000 to $15,000 earnings on that value. Now this is your money. This is basically a way that you can save for your future. So that's benefit number two of being a homeowner, is that you're going to acquire wealth by living in your own home. Just on a quick note on that, if you are renting, if we take that same, let's just say you're paying $1,000 a month on rent, you're paying out of pocket $12,000 a year. From the flip side of owning your own home, and you're earning about $12,000 to $15,000 a year. This is really, really incredible numbers that we're seeing presently, and another reason that we want to share why it's important to own your own home. Third, and Charlotte will go into this a little bit more, but when you own your own home, you can paint the walls the color you want, you can change out the fixtures, you can landscape and add that curb appeal, your favorite flowers, your favorite trees, and just really make that home something that is very joyful to you, and you get to create memories in that home. So those are the three benefits that I've wanted to share with you today on owning your own home. And Charlotte's going to share information about National Own Your Own Home Day, as well as kind of the process that we will take you through from start to finish, and getting you ready to own your own home. So Charlotte.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Kristin. That was great. Excuse me. What I've learned in the last little while, when we discovered that today is Own Your Own Home Day, is that in about, I think it was 1890, it was quite some time ago, the first mortgages were written. And so until that time, unless you inherited a home or had enough money to buy a home, you were a renter. And there wasn't the choice that we have today. Another big boost for home ownerships using mortgage was with federal laws that changed in the 40s and 50s, which included getting VA loans, which usually have no down payment. So there's just been a big movement in our economy over the last year, especially last 50 years, to improve the situation so that people can get mortgages. And there are things that you have to do in order to qualify for a mortgage. One of them is your credit rating and loan to, I can't remember the term, but how much debt you have essentially. And Kristin and her team start working with you. So if you think, like, let's say you've got a credit score of 610, with a little bit of work, you can be ready in 6 months to buy a home. So keep that in mind. FHA loans and VA loans will work with someone in mid 600s. I think that's right, Kristin. So the benefit of that is that there's a plan. So with the beginning, when you know the benefits already, you know why you want to have your own home. And I think we all understand, just with the wording, the difference between house and home. Home has a heart to it. It's a word that has a lot of sentimental and emotional strength, and it should, because most of us grew up in homes where, for instance, I lived in the same home, grew up in the same home that my father did. And so that legacy that we can pass on to our families is very, very important. And I think all of us remember coming home after school, and so the emotional side of it is very significant. And so as you're preparing to buy your home, we'll figure out a way to get you to a financial standpoint where you can get what's called a pre-qualification letter. And that means that you are pre-qualified for the mortgage on the house that you put an offer in on. And that's kind of where I come in. We talk in that direction. You've got the pre-qual letter. We start looking for homes at that point. Sometimes it takes about a month. We go back and forth. Not everybody has every day to look at homes, but also one of the situations, which is a reflection of the high equity that's going up, is that there aren't enough homes on the market for the number of buyers who want homes. So often there'll be competitive offers, which means 2 or 3 people are putting an offer in. So you may not get the first home that you put an offer in on, but that doesn't mean that we stop looking. And I haven't had anyone stop because of that. I've had people get frustrated, but never stop looking. So then you find the home you want, you put the offer in, it's accepted, and you go through a period of time. Actually, the first 10 days, if you don't like the color of the sky, you can get out of the contract. But after 10 days, it becomes what's called, it doesn't matter the name of it, but it goes hard. It's a real offer. But in the beginning, during the 10 days, you have inspections done. You decide if it's really the house you want. You ask the owner to make those repairs that might be necessary to have you have a comfort level with the house. And then kind of Kristin and the title company kind of take over from there, and I step back, and then the listing agent and I work as a team to get everybody to title company, which is where you will close on your loan. And it's a really exciting day. Lots of fun. Lots of people have signs that they have taken at the title company in front of them. So that's the process. The other thing that I think is really important for us who are in San Antonio are the actual numbers. So in 2021, 3,526 home sales occurred, and that was 1% less than 2020. So what that means is that there aren't quite enough homes. I mean, it's gone down, and so they haven't been able to sell as many homes, just a small amount. And then the average price of homes is $363,075. Now, I believe when I started working in residential real estate in 2001, that was about 165. So if you bought a house then for 165, the logical math would say it's almost worth twice that, maybe even more. I know I bought my home in 2000, in the home I'm in now, 2007, and it's gone up by 30% since I bought it. So just to think about what that means. So the increase in value in the last year has been 15%. And that's what Kristin was referring to earlier. So, you know, the weighing that with your, the amount you're paying in rent. And I have found over and over again that people are paying anywhere from $1,500 and, you know, and up from $1,500, it's really pretty easy to get a mortgage around the same amount that your rent was. And so it's an important thing to look at, and we're celebrating this crazy day that someone made up, January 21st, Own Your Own Home Day. But from a financial standpoint and a wealth standpoint and a foundation of financial security, it is a great decision. So I'm going to scoot it back to my compadre here and compadra, and what do you say?
Well, again, we greatly appreciate you. We hope you enjoyed this little bit of information that we've brought to you. And we are excited if owning your own home in 2022 is on your list of goals. Charlotte and I are here to help. It is a process. It's not one to be afraid of, because if you've got a great team that will help you from application to getting your keys, it is actually a process that we want to make a wonderful experience out of that for you. So on National Own Your Own Home Day, you will, at the end of this video, you're going to see our contact information, and we'd love to hear from you. Again, we're here to assist you in any way, even if you've got questions about what we've shared with you as far as your benefits. And if you're about to sign another lease for another year, let's really talk about that, and let's prepare a game plan or a home loan plan for you. Thanks again so much for watching. I'm Kristin Graham with Annie Mac Home Mortgage.
I'm Charlotte Kerr Jorgensen with eXp Realty, and my hope is that I get to see you in your own home this year. Thanks for joining us, and our information is in the next slide. Take care.
Thank you.